sails, hear the drums. The Southern Expanse is where the devil comes. Crimson sails on the morning tide. We sail for glory, let the gods decide. There's a whisper deep where the wreckage sleeps, of a vanishing isle and secrets it keeps. A cursed coin, a siren's kiss, a deal struck under the moon's abyss. Raise the sails, hear the drums. The Southern Expanse is where the devil comes. Crimson sails on the morning tide. We sail for glory, let the gods decide. Drink to the drowned and the captain's lost, to the compass spun and the fates we toss. For freedom's bought with blood and flame, and every ship sails toward its name. Raise the sails, hear the drums. The Southern Expanse is where the devil comes. Crimson sails on the morning tide. We sail for glory, let the gods decide.
Hey, all you role players, gamers, geeks, freaks, and everyone in between. Welcome back to Deacon's Table. I am Deacon Blues, your resident dungeon master, and below me is the cast of wonderful characters for tonight's episode of Southern Expanse, which is our main flagship stream for Deacon's Table. You can, of course, find us on the Discord. You will give you all that information during the stream, so you can join us and become characters and cast members and all kinds of fun for one-shots and our play-by-post ongoing games. So we'll get into all that as we go. But first and foremost, let us introduce our cast of characters and then talk a little bit more about what we're doing, what's going on. So we're going to start off with our little feathered friend, Solvar. Solvar, who are you and who are you playing?
Hello, I am Solvar. I am, anyways, my name is Dave first, and I play Solvar, the little bird with all the luck in the world who has a weird troop of friends that he hangs with, but he loves to bring color to the adventure.
Excellent. And then we have Kitty Cat. I a putty tat. I did. Rin, who are you and who are you playing?
I am Kiri Morning, and I'm playing this one, Rin, the Pardis fan dancer, and yeah, just causing trouble and doing my thing.
Excellent. And then, of course, we have Mr. Never Forgets. Oh, wait, that's an elephant, and this is a turtle. Jorak, who are you and who are you playing?
Hey, Ken the Friend here. Ken the Friend on YouTube and on Discord. Tonight I'm playing Jorak, the coral back pit fighter. And what do you mean? I'm the most normal person here. What are you talking about?
Pretty much. And then, of course, last but not least, Cayenne Rashar. Cayenne, you are muted, just as a point of reference. But who are you and who are you playing?
Hi there. Yeah, I'm Jen, and I'm playing Cayenne Rashar. She is a Covenant class and a Serpent Tail. We're level 5.
Excellent. So that is our cast of characters. And sorry, guys, my meter's going off, and I just got to do a quick read here. See where I'm at. Yeah, that should be good. All right. We had a name for the group, and for the life of me, I keep forgetting what it is.
Storm Reapers.
Storm Reapers. That's it. The Storm Reapers. They are the elite of the Scarlet Reaver. Captain Darius Vane's ship. They are his elite forces, elite protectors, and so on. And you're pulling a Sam Riegel moment on me again, Jorak. Thank you very much. Ken likes to have all kinds of pictures saved up of me, the dungeon master, with my mouth like, and all kinds of weird phrases.
Oh, there's a good one. Clip it.
He'll capture that later, I'm sure. Here, capture this one.
Oopsie.
Oops, I'll pull the Johnny Cash on you. What's been going on? The crew of the Scarlet Reaver was docked in the harbor of Elderlock City. They did some investigating as kind of like a favor to the city, but it kind of backfired. No fault of their own. Just unfortunately, politics and the stupidity of people just happened to get in the way, and they got chased out of Elderlock, and they managed to flee. So now they are doing the long voyage from where they were, which is the Jade Forest and Elderlock, to where they have a pirate base set up in Lowforge, where they have a contraband stream of precious marble that can be exported and shipped out of there. But there has been some issues with its transportation as of late. So they're going to check everything out and figure out what's going on and spend some time at sea, because it has been a while. They were landlocked there for a while. So they've been at sea now for a little while. They stopped off in Whitemane, which is the pirate island, the home of the Crimson Gale and the Scarlet Reaver, along with a few other factions, which we had a little bit of a run-in with the Blackwater Corsairs. Managed to get through that, then a little bit of a run-in last episode with the Taishihiro Empire and their imperial ships. But of course, now free of that, the Scarlet Reaver has been sailing across the open Gulf, Thunder Gulf, going past Thunder Island, past Thunder Gulf, and are now approaching the Onyx Chain, which is a series of volcanic islands that are just south of the mainland, south of the kingdom of the lands of Elsafia, and that's where they are currently heading in that direction. So it has been probably about just over a week that you guys have been at sea since the incident with the Taishihiro Empire. Everybody does their daily duties. It's just what it is aboard the ship. However, what has everybody else been doing in general to pass the time?
I've been working, pardon me, with navigation as much as possible, honing in on that skill and charting as we go along, trying to update the charts of the for the captain.
Do you have the navigation skill now? Are you proficient currently with navigation?
Well, I'm not proficient, but I do have my navigation tools with me.
But so you do have navigation tools, but you're not proficient.
No.
Okay. If you've been spending time doing that, let us do. I'm going to give you +2 study points.
Okay.
Towards navigation tools.
Oh, sorry. It says other proficient. Oh, it says proficiencies and tools.
Okay, so you are proficient in navigator's tools then, but you can still take two study points in navigator's tools, so you're working towards expertise.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll continue towards in that direction. What about Ren? What's Ren been doing for the past week?
Well, she's been kind of juggling her time between practicing her archery, trying to figure out her land skiff idea, and bugging the captain about being a captain.
Okay.
She seems to be pretty persistent about wanting to be a captain.
I'm just kind of going over what kind of dividing your time up there, and the landscape idea, you've kind of got this idea in your head of sort of like a sled that would work on land, but you're at the point right now, and you've kind of come to a realization that this could work, but you need magic. There's going to have to be some form of arcane energy involved to make this thing move the way you want it to on land. So you've kind of come to that conclusion when it comes to that. Bugging the captain. Roll me. Roll me a persuasion check. I will let you know the DC is pretty high on this one, regardless. But
19.
Okay. He lets you tag along during some of what he does. He lets you kind of hang out when he's having meetings with some of the other officers and having conversations. You've been invited into the captain's quarters a couple of times to kind of sit there and go over, whether he's going over a few charts or whatever. I mean, he keeps some stuff to himself, but he kind of does share a little bit with you to just kind of include you in the process, explaining a little bit more about the Crimson Gale, that is the actual faction the Reaver is part of. The Reaver is one of several ships that are in the Crimson Gale. So there is always room in the future for expansion and, becoming a captain. Your first step obviously would be to find a ship. Your second step is to have a crew that's going to be loyal to you. And then your third step would be getting the Crimson Gale to take you on and accept you as a part of their own faction. Unfortunately, because of where you're starting from, you do learn that if they don't accept you as part of their faction, you become a rival immediately. So generally not a good thing. So it's one of those things where you got to kind of play your cards right and line everything up moving forward. So that's how you spent your week. Jorak, what have you been kind of hanging out doing?
Well, I've also been using the Foreverland patented study skill system for our characters, which you too can
By
have.
the way, version 4 is coming out, so I'll give you a heads up on that. Version 4 is coming out, and there are some pretty big changes in there. But just give you a heads up.
But yeah, he's just doing his blacksmithing studies. His original intent was to help not only make the fan, but help improve it for Ren. Yeah, he's just focusing on that.
Okay.
Just techniques. Obviously, he's not going to set the ship on fire.
Ren, what level of fan was it that you had? You have the second tier, correct?
I have a shit.
You have just upgraded one, I think.
Yeah. No, I've got the
Masterwork.
The heirloom one. And then the other one is the mithril one, which I believe. Hang on, let me pull.
Yeah, that's the Kurokami, the war fan, the one that does 1d10 slashing.
Hang on, I'm pulling up my fan here. Okay, so my heirloom fan is a wondrous weapon. It doesn't say which one.
Yeah, I'm just looking at them now. The Tetsu Tessin is an iron war fan, very basic 1d6 slashing. The Kotessin is a 1d8 slashing steel war fan. Then there's the Senko Tessin folded steel war fan. It's a little bit lighter weight. Still does a d8. But then you have your mithril one, which is 1d10 slashing.
Yeah. So I have a D8. Yeah, I have a D8 and a D10. The D10 is my heirloom fan, which is a wondrous weapon, and the other one is the mithril one. I believe you said that it was made by elves or something.
Yeah, it's elvish and it's 1d10 slashing. Actually, it should be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the other one should be 1d8. Should be the other way around.
Oh, yes. Okay, so sorry. Yes, you're right.
It's okay. Okay, so you definitely spending some of the time doing that, Jorak. You have learned. Well, you know how to make the basic iron fan now, and observing the work on what um, they have currently and what you have currently, you know that given the right, you can't do it on the ship. There's no way. You could definitely repair it or maybe do slight improvements on it, but you could craft up to the stage 3, which is the folded steel war fan. So you are able to craft the three out of the 4 Tesson fans that are available. You just can't do the mithril. It's a metal that you're just completely unfamiliar with. So, but yeah, you definitely have learned at least those 3 by now with the time you've spent and learning and putting it together. Cayenne, what have you been spending the week doing?
I suppose should have been splitting our time up between some meditation and daily, practice
Oh
for
God, Goose,
scimitar.
that's so bad.
Just practicing?
And then some, sometime down in the galley helping out with the cook, and probably also some time learning some medicine skills.
Okay. I will have to look into, again, as I said, I'm working on version 4 of the skills dynamic skill system. So there is a cooking part that we've been looking into and playing with. So that will definitely get affected by your downtime studies there, as you've done. So over the past week, you guys have all been, kept busy in your own way, doing different things as you go. And at this point, it's about midday. You're up on deck, probably enjoying what little bit of a shared lunch that everybody has or just kind of brought around that you do so. And you get the sun's just past halfway. So you're kind of looking up and you're watching and you're enjoying the sea's been pretty calm today. But all of a sudden you hear the someone up in the crow's nest say, land ahead. And then there's some scruffle. Man, my words are not coming to me today. There's some scrambling up on the top of the ship there at the front. I can't terms. Everything's blank today for me, so bear with me. I'm stumbling through the aft or whatever you want to call it up there.
The bow or the front?
The front, the bow. That's it.
The bow.
One of the things. Sorry, my head's just gone today. But up there, the captain's there with the navigator and the helmsman, and they're having their conversation. And of course, they're looking out. There's a couple of other crewmen up there, and they're looking out over it. And then the captain calls back. He says, "It's the Onyx chain." And what you guys see looking towards it as the ship is moving in that direction, in the westerly direction, black volcanic cliffs rise from the sea like shattered blades. Their surfaces are slicked with salt and old soot. You guys seen the darker shades of this rocky island from the other side between Elsafia and the chain. It didn't look like this. This is pretty drastic. The channel that is ahead narrows into a very jagged throat of dark stone where the current churns in restless spirals. Across the passage, that's the one, yeah. Across the passage stretches an immense series of iron chains, each link the size of a wagon wheel, drawn tight between fortified towers on each side, carved directly into the black obsidian walls. Amber lanterns burn along parapets. Shadows of rotating ballista arms sweep slowly across the water. A low metallic groan echoes through the strait as the chain shifts slightly in its anchoring gears. it appears that no ship is able to pass through here without permission. Now, you do notice that the water on the other side is smooth. Like it be clear sailing throughout. Definitely no rocky seas up there. So this passage obviously is important to some. And that's what you currently witness. The captain and the helmsman are barking orders. They're commanding the ship basically to come to a standstill if possible, and to stay clear of the rocks, and to stay clear of the chain, obviously. And that's basically what everybody on board the ship is doing at this point in time. Now, the strait itself is about 120 feet wide at that point where you see it. At its narrowest point, the volcanic walls rise about 80 to 120 feet overhead above you. There are 2 fortified towers, one on each side, sitting opposite each other. The chain boom is currently raised about 10. The first one is about 10 feet above the water line, and the water churns with conflicting currents due to probably an underwater volcanic shelf of some kind that's down below. So you kind of notice that the ship is really, they're struggling. Like they're trying to keep the ship in a certain position. What's everybody doing?
I make my way to the front to join the captain and say,
Okay.
didn't we have a good rapport the last time we were in the Onyx chain, even though it wasn't this side?
Roll me an insight.
I seem to remember us doing them a favor. I rolled a 15.
He's kind of holding back a little bit. He says, we did do a favor for a faction.
Yeah.
But this is more than a faction.
There's before?
And he kind of looks at you. He says, there's been so far no word from them. We're just kind of holding here waiting. Jorak, what are you doing?
We need retractable masts, he says, as he makes sure the crew are kind of roped off so that nobody gets knocked overboard.
Okay, so you're just kind of helping with the ship and everything else. So what about Rin? What's Rin up to?
Rin has an idea about the retractable masts when he says that.
Why do I got a funny feeling we got a new multi-class character coming up?
If we put hinges with some ropes and pulleys this way, we can come down. And
so everybody's going crazy. Cayenne is up on the bow of the ship talking with the captain. Jorak's helping to keep sailors on board so they don't fall overboard. And Rin's busy kind of looking at the mast and doing little drawings on her hand and doing her thing. So what's Solvar doing?
I am going to obviously take a little bit of a flight. And I'm going to kind of like hover above the water slightly, kind of gauge what knowledge I could pull back to bring back to the navigator so that we can steer through this without a problem.
Well, so you basically leave the ship and you fly down below
Correct.
the deck of the ship, so you're just above the water. You're looking at the strait, and the water here where these chains are. This is chaos. If the ship, like you're kind of looking at it now a little bit closer. If the ship strays any more than maybe 5 feet in either direction, it's going to scrape its hull. There is definite volcanic activity under the water at this point, and it's causing a lot of the turmoil in the water itself. And those chain winches, they're huge. Like they're bigger than you are, each link. And they're winched up, and there is a mechanical apparatus. It looks like on both sides of some kind, but obviously there's got to be a way that they either can raise them or completely retract them in. You're not sure how that would be accomplished, but that's what it looks like.
But that would
So
have to
are
be
you-
with permission. So
So far, do you
Okay.
have thaumaturgy?
Who does? Silvar?
Solvar.
I don't think Silvar. No, Silvar doesn't have thaumaturgy, I don't believe.
But I could try just shouting.
There are lots of people armed in those towers.
I could try just shouting. Oh, the chain. Can we pass through, please?
Okay. So you are calling out, just calling out for moving the chain. You do see at this point, again, the ship is really struggling. A smaller vessel is approaching from behind.
a tugboat.
And this happens as you say that the chains don't move. No one responds to you, but you do notice that there is a smaller vessel that has, like it's a cutter that appears behind your ship currently. It rides low and it's riding fast. Its hull is lacquered black and trimmed in amber enamel. Its prow stands a composed figure in a long sea coat lined with gold thread. A bronze insignia of interlocking chains rests at his collar. He doesn't shout. Instead, he lifts a polished horn and calls across the water from his ship to yours with a controlled authority. By decree of the Ash Chain Traders League, the Seagate is under elevated security protocol, and all vessels at this point will submit to inspection, a manifest review, and revised tariff assessment. Compliance ensures your swift and safe passage. His eyes remain fixed on your ship. Not, as if kind of more like weighing how your ship is sitting in the water, more than what your armaments are or anything else. Because to be honest, like looking around at this point, it would be hard to battle out of this position. But he's being cautious and inspecting your ship.
So they want pretty much a toll to get through the strait, she says.
That's basically Captain looks at you and he just kind of nods. It's pretty common in some trade areas when you go through. We used to have certain arrangements with some of the kingdoms. It appears that something has changed here that is not to our benefit, obviously. But I guess we really do not have much of a choice, I guess.
Right. But if they want our trade, they'll have to be somewhat fair. They can't be.
Well, we're not here to trade with them. We're just here to get past them.
I know. The point of them doing this is because they are trying to establish their trading empire.
They're just trying to take our gold.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So
with that, the helmsman actually says something to the captain quietly, and then the captain reports to the bosun, and the bosun goes to the back of the ship, and basically yells back. He doesn't have like a fancy horn that boarding will be permitted and inspection to carry forward and negotiate from there. So it doesn't take it doesn't take long. It takes about an hour to get the two ships hooked up and back to a little bit of a safe range away from the shore, the rocky, jagged peaks. So they're not as in danger as they could be. So coming aboard is a small entourage of about 6 individuals plus that person you saw on standing on the ship, which is you are introduced to envoy Kalor Ven, and he is here to conduct and command the inspection of your vessel. So they do begin moving about the ship, inspecting things, inspecting rooms and holds, speaking to the captain, and the captain's producing the cargo manifest that most ships have and whatnot. And what are you guys doing as this begins to happen?
Watching the assessors, the people on our ship, watching them do their investigation.
You're just watching?
Yep.
Okay. Roll me an investigation roll.
18, 19, 20, 22.
With a 22, you notice that it seems to be specific categories of items they're looking for. It's not like they're inventorying every last thing on the ship cargo hold.
Yeah.
They seem to be looking for certain items and doing so pretty quietly. But they're obviously targeting. There are some things that they make note of. There's timber on the that are in the hold. There is weapons in the hold and so on, and they're making note of all of that as it goes. What about Jorak? Jorak, what are you doing as they're doing their inspection?
I think he's trying to be insightful so we don't end up with a, hey, everything is fine, now attack them situation like we did last time. So he's looking for any kind of changes of like, get off quickly, we're about to do something kind of attitude.
Okay. Make me an insight roll.
Well, unlike Jorak, that's a natural 20.
Nice.
21.
Kaylor is, again, he's not taking part in the active search. He is looking over the manifest and spending time with the captain. His demeanor with the captain is like he's watching for signs of something. It's not specific to who this captain is or anything else. He's looking for something else. You just get that feeling from him, and that's what you've been kind of watching. So it's right now there's no open hostility at this point, but he's like he is looking for something else.
Gotcha.
Rand, what are you doing while they're all over the ship?
Rin realizes the danger of this situation, so she's doing her absolute damnedest to look all sweet and innocent and harmless.
Okay. Roll me a deception check.
$23.
Okay. So they pretty much ignore you and they go about their routine. Solvar, what are you doing? As you notice, like you're flying about and inspecting things, and looking at things, and when you fly back up, you notice that the ships are kind of merged. And
so when I get back, I'm going to go stand next to Juno, and I'm going to casually ask, "Have you been through here before?"
Who are you asking specifically?
I said Juno.
Oh, okay. So you're talking to the navigator.
Well, correct.
So the navigator, yeah, we've been through here before, and it's one of the reasons why we use this route, because it's probably the safest passage past these islands and past the lands of Alsafia to the north that you could have. If we go further south, away from the islands, we could definitely skirt around the Onyx chain, but parts of that the Southern Expanse there are pretty volatile and subject to vortex storms.
Okay. So with that, Solvar's a little bit at ease, just recounting what we had with the run-in with the Teriyaki Empire.
That's racist.
Don't have time for that nonsense again. And I was just thinking, okay, what are we hiding that we're going to get kaboobled on? But if she's assuring that things are pretty cool with these people, then I'm going to be at ease for a moment, and then I'll just bring out my flute and just play a song while they're there. Just
Okay. Excellent. That's fine.
Cayenne is being uncharacteristically
Yep.
friendly, and is trying to get some of the crew away, that's looking at inspection to tell her what happened there, that they have to have this increased security and put these chains across.
You're trying to figure out why they're doing it?
Yeah.
Money.
They said increased security.
Yeah, but not really. I mean, by the looks of it, you get to the bottom of it, it's money. Obviously, I mean, the chains help it so that ships just can't, blast past the towers. I mean, if a ship tries to do that here, the ship will get destroyed. There's no way around it. Once you're into that lock area, it's straightforward. There's really no going back unless, in this case, you had another ship kind of pulling you back out and away. But once you're into that, you've committed to it, you're stuck there, and they know you're stuck there. So you either have to pay up, or well, they just take everything anyway. So that's pretty much what it comes down to, or at least what it sounds like, anyhow. So over the course, like it probably takes the better part of the rest of the day. That they're literally going through everything, and going through that manifest and comparing it to the load and so on. You guys are seeing some of the things that are kind of being noted. There's barrels of tar and some kind of a resin sealer. There's blackwood planks that are kind of in one side of the hull. They're going over that. Then there's a bunch of crates that are like, they're not big crates, they're just like small, look like farm type crates. There's some that are a little bit heavier that obviously are packed for security. There is again quite a few barrels of preserved fish of different types. There are kind of decorative boxes that have coral carvings in them. There is other little boxes that have shellcraft jewelry and dust and whatnot. I need all four of you to make perception roll. Or actually, no, we're going to do investigation. That's intelligence. And with only with a +1. So just roll a d20 +1.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh boy. Okay.
14.
Okay.
I can't see it.
16.
Okay.
All right. That's an 8 total.
Okay. So you do notice that from below, the team that they had sent down investigating comes back up with little checklists, except for one individual. One individual has these two small, pretty heavy or pretty ornate looking crates in his possession, and that he puts down on the ground in front of his captain and your captain. And there are words being spoken. Now, I know you're up there currently, Solvar. You're near the captain and the helmsman. Anybody else up there currently?
Yeah, I'm
followed him up.
Nosy, and I'm trying to be nosy and non-intimidating.
Turns out that these particular crates have an arcane seal on them, so they couldn't be opened. They were found in a secret compartment below deck. and they are not registered on the ship's manifest. So there is some questions being asked. Captain Vane is kind of, from, because again, you know him pretty well. He is definitely being deceptive at this point. He's trying to talk his way out of it, or sweet talk a deal, in essence of the situation. He basically comes across and lets them know that the value of what's in those crates is about 3,000 gold pieces. That's what he comes across. So with that, I mean, the envoy writes some notes in his, and he says, we will be back by nightfall, and we will let you know what the final verdict is. With that, him and his crew vacate your vessel, and they head back to their cutter to kind of go over their notes and their findings and what they have. The captain immediately has some of the other crew take those boxes back downstairs where they were. So, I mean, you guys know there's probably a couple more compartments that they didn't find, but they found one. So that was what your rolls were for, by the way. Just letting you know, you were rolling their investigations. So
Damn
one
it,
of them fell. So while they're gone, as I said, it's getting later in the day. It's about dinner time. You've got maybe a couple of hours of sunlight left, 2-3 hours. So they said they'd be back by dark. What are you guys doing in the meantime?
Can we make it through there in the dark?
Who are you asking?
Well, you out of character.
You don't know.
Okay.
Looking at what you're looking at right now, it doesn't look like it. That looks pretty dangerous. Like, it looks dangerous during full daylight.
So
Jorak's doing a patrol around the outside to make sure nobody tried to swim up and sneak onto the ship while they're waiting.
Okay.
well, if they're not
Captain.
coming back until it's too dark to go through, should we drop anchor? Prepare to spend the night.
I don't think we have much of a choice.
Captain agrees, and he orders the anchor dropped for now. Just so there's no
Captain?
drift.
Would you say we are up the creek without a paddle, so to speak?
We're no place that I haven't been before.
Can we see any obvious entrances to these guard towers with the chains come out of the from the outside?
So you're looking over the deck, and you're looking at the sheer cliff. Like, these towers are like built right into the obsidian stone, where some of it's just cliff and some of it looks like tower. So you investigate, and roll me an investigation roll again. This is where you want it to be high. The other one you didn't.
I rolled a 16.
Okay, with a 16, I mean, you can see individuals inside the windows. There are open, like, obviously there's openings for where the chains go in. And you can see shadows of figures moving inside there. You also see other smaller things where there are ballistas and there are armed individuals that have openings and arrow slits up there. As for actual entranceways, from water side, from this side, you do not see any. So obviously there's got to be...
This cliff is riddled with caves. Yeah.
It could be caves all the way through, or it could be at the very top of the tower. No one is trying to ambush you, Drac, just so you know. You're good. Although, did you go into the water?
Well, no, he's just wandering around the outside of the dock at the deck.
Okay. So, Ren, what about you for the couple hours that you're...
She's basically trying to pick the captain's brain to see how much trouble we're in, really in, rather than what he wants us to think.
Roll me an insight.
I think there's more to it than what he's letting on. Oh, not 20.
You do know that there is definitely some pressure here at this point. Obviously, you guys did what you were supposed to do. You submitted for inspection. You turned over the manifest. You did what was supposed to be done. The inspection was being noted. Unfortunately, they found some hidden goods during that inspection, which is kind of a point down. They also there's a point against you for having for being who you are, because you are tied to the Crimson Gale, and the Scarlet Reaver reputation will increase their tariffs no matter what. So it could very well be costly. Is what you're getting from him. It's not that you're really in danger of your lives, but you guys are pirates. This is all about the money. You're going to be
thinking that if we had to stay the night, that maybe we could do a little clandestine swim over and try to sneak our way in and steal some gold from them. They're doing it blatantly. We're doing it sneakily.
I like what you're where you're going with this.
Don't we want a good reputation and not be hated everywhere?
Hey, it's a tax return.
It's a risk. We would have to not get caught.
Okay, so Rin and Cayenne and that are having a quiet conversation off to the side about, what if we have to stay? What about this? What if we try this? So I'm assuming that's being kept on the down low between you guys at the moment.
Yeah.
What about Sovar?
Well, Sovar, pardon me, packs his flute away and decides, what time of the day is it now?
It's around just going past dinner time.
Okay, because I'm going to go down to the galley and get myself something to eat.
Okay.
I don't think they have any bird seed.
You'd be surprised.
Just look overhead next time.
Yeah. Die, Bob. No, you die.
I do every time.
They say it's good luck, Ran. It's okay.
Not for him.
And no one said it's going to be a little bit of white poop. It'll be a big one. So a couple hours pass, and sure enough, the boarding party comes back across with the envoy, and he basically hands a writ to the captain and just kind of sits there and waits, and the captain's kind of reading it over. At this point, he the captain's frowning a little bit, and just kind of looks to you guys and then looks to the rest of his crew. And he looks back at the envoy and he says, "So this is it?" And the envoy looks back and very, very calmly says, "Pay the 2,000 gold pieces or we open the hold." Are you guys reacting?
That's not too bad, actually. Don't like it. I think we should just pay it.
So you're not really reacting. Anybody else?
Yeah, because the way that I think they're going to open the hold is from the outside.
Jurak's trying to sound friendly if he's there. He'll be like, "While we're traveling, is there anything we should watch out for?"
And are you talking to the onyx chain people.
Yeah. Just kind of.
Once we lower the chains, and you're through to the strait, it'll be smooth passage until you reach the other end of the onyx chain.
Okay. He didn't know if there were like pirates or anything out there to be wary about.
No, you're getting the sense from these guys that there's obviously factions at play. I mean, you're finding everywhere you guys have gone, you have found there's factions involved somehow. It's whether it be politics or religion or whatever, somebody's pulling the strings somehow.
How well do we know this area?
You guys not so much. The onyx chain is the onyx chain. It's, as I said, it's a series of volcanic islands that are just to the south of the lands of Alsafia. Alsafia, as Jorak will tell you, is a very inhospitable place and very barbaric. Giant kin and tribal folk and all kinds of the like are there. But it is, in order to get past and go into the Azure Reach, which is the big sea that goes in north into the mainland, you have to go around this point. And where the onyx chain is, if you go a little bit too far south, you can get around it, but you're at risk of getting into the vortex storm waters, and you don't want to be affected by those. So they generally try to stick either between the island and Alsafia or on this particular strait on this side.
No, I'm just wondering if we've traveled through here before.
On the other side.
On the other side.
Yep.
You're on the other side.
Remember, we went into the cave and we fought the little demon guys.
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering, like, in our travels, have we ever gone through here to have like a mental image of what the area around this strait is?
Yeah, you've never had the experience of going through the chains, like through this. This is the first time you guys have done it.
They decided to take their name literal. Chains across the passage.
And when you're like, you guys are looking at it, and it's a marvel. I mean, they're all at different levels. I mean, there's some that are below the deck of the ship, like so that it would literally rip the top portion of the ship off if you tried to go through it. Some would take the masts out that are going above. So I mean, there's these chains are going, and they're huge. They're just monster chains, which are pretty remarkable in and of themselves.
Well, I say we just pay the tariff and be on our way. Wink, wink.
Yep. And what about Solar? Solar, you have anything to add?
Remember, I went down to the galley to eat.
Oh yeah, this is like after you've eaten and come back up, and
okay, all right.
Night's come and they've come back across and presented their counter offer.
Okay,
or their offer.
They want what? We look at this from an economic standpoint. What's the value of the cargo in comparison to what this,
they're asking about 10%.
Money is for, so they're asking for 2,000 gold compared to what we're carrying. Could be a deal. I'd say go for it.
Okay.
But it's not coming out of my pocket.
So you guys, you speak your mind, and the captain nods in agreement, and then he sends someone down below deck to his quarters, and then comes back up with a coffer box of coin. And they change hands. It gives it to the Captain Darius. Darius passes it over to the envoy. The envoy opens it up and looks, and then nods his approval. And with that, you will be free to pass. And as they begin leaving your ship and going back to their own, what you guys see is the chains themselves. Both sides begin to lower down. Like all the three chains that are going across begin to lower down into the water. Going actually, you can hear the grinding of gears and the roar like from within the obsidian tower walls. And you're now noticing that there's a slot where those chains go right down in the water into the building. So obviously, I mean, that would be a way in, and whether or not it would be safe would be a whole different ball game. But those chains are going down below the water, and the water there begins to kind of settle. Yes.
Rin is going to cozy up, for lack of a better term. My brain isn't wording right now. To the captain and say, "Do you want to, file a tax return?"
He just kind of looks to you and says, "I just want to get through the crossing and into the strait as quickly as possible. This is not a good spot to be sitting in."
Okay.
You can make an insight check, by the way.
$19.
19?
Mm-hmm.
There's something more behind what he just said. When he says this is not a safe place to be in right now.
What do you mean?
If we have enough daylight to make it through, can we go?
We don't need daylight. We'll be able to go through as is.
Okay, let's go.
So it takes about 30 minutes for the chains to disappear below the water. And then that entire obsidian passage lights up on both sides. And you can see clearly through. There are like little beacons have popped up. There's spots under the water that are glowing where you can see. And yeah, there's definite volcanic activity below. It's still going to be hard going through. So the ship begins to slowly, now that it's disconnected from the other,
Pull up the anchor.
It pulls up anchor and it starts to drift towards the opening. Silvar, are you going to be helping with navigation?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to make a navigation tools check.
Okay, 19.
Okay. So you begin going through the strait at this point. Perception check, Jorak.
Perception is going to be 8.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Okay.
It's pretty out here.
So the ship continues to go forward. I will make the roll this time around, and you continue to go forward. Cayenne, make the perception check.
See, we're fine.
Jeez, I'm throwing things now.
Big dice.
No, I threw my clipboard. That's only an 11.
Okay.
Can I do a luck point? Can I do a luck point and replay?
Yeah, you can if you want.
Well, that's not much better. That's 14.
Yep, you're moving forward. Silvar, make me another roll.
Which roll for what? Navigation?
Navigation tools.
14.
Okay. You continue to move forward. You hear a slight scraping sound. I mean, nothing too severe, but a slight scraping sound. And with that, I will make a final roll here. Okay. Again, a little bit of a scraping sound on the other side now as the navigator tries to overcorrect and goes a little bit too far to one side. And then moving forward, you guys end up getting through the main part of the pass. However, neither one of you, the people that were able to perceived, and because of the scrapes on those last two spots, you weren't able to perceive what was going on. Now that you're through and you're looking back at the ship behind you, you see the ship behind you ablaze. That envoy ship is on fire. You now look and you see the towers alive with activity. There is movement everywhere. There are ballistas swinging into motion to what with towards your ship and towards the other ship as well. You see it, even though it is ablaze, it is moving forward towards your ship. It's going in to follow in behind.
Can we use our fog cloak? Can we cloak us? Fly the hell out of here.
What the hell is going on?
You make that call, and yes, they activate the fog cloak. All of a sudden, this huge cloud of fog surrounds the Scarlet Reaver, taking it out of visibility of all that are present. And you continue. The ship continues.
Activate the swift wind and let's get us out of here.
Okay,
so what is that?
And so all of a sudden, as you get through, the cloud covers the ship, and all of a sudden, this burst of speed hits, and you guys, get through. And as you do, you now hear as you're going, and again, it's foggy. You really don't see much of anything behind you either, but you hear the sounds of battle taking part behind you. You hear the rattling of those chains being brought back up to the surface. Where that flaming ship got to, you're not sure. You're not sure what happened, what was going on, but it definitely wasn't them, but they thought perhaps it was you. And at that, you're getting through, and the captain lets you know that they were not really concerned with us. They were looking for something else. They were looking for our involvement with another faction, the Serpent Bone Corsairs, is what they were looking for when they were doing their inspection, checking to see if we had any dealings with them, and we don't. They're a rival faction, but that's probably who it was that is responsible for what's going on there behind us. And that was pretty much chaos.
So what happened to the other ship? Weren't they the ones that gave us the tariff in the first place?
Yeah, but they were attacked, obviously, by something. You're not sure what. You guys kind of can't believe you guys just did this.
Well, I was going to say turn around and see what's going on, but no, we're just leaving like a bat in the heck.
Fuck it off. This ain't our problem.
Well, it is now. They think we did it, probably.
Not our war, buddy.
Well, that means we can't go through there again.
Well,
you're not sure what's going to happen, but the captain agrees that not to go back, because that could be. We don't want to be us against the entire armada of the Onyx chain.
Right.
We don't want that. Let the Corsairs deal with that. Chances are it was probably a couple of lone Corsair saboteurs into do what they just did. And as long as if they can find those saboteurs and find out who they were, we're going to be in the clear anyway. As long as they find them. If not, then we'll have to answer for that later. Either way, I mean, as you guys go, the volcanic cliffs begin to recede into shadow as the Scarlet Reaver cuts more into more open waters. Wind fills the sails, and the tension of the strait loosens from your shoulders. Far behind the sea gate, you see smoke. You see fire. You see, again, it's the middle of the night, right? So you see something. There's definitely battle going on there. You've passed the chains, and the water of the Onyx chain no longer merely dangerous. They are divided at this point from this side and that side. Whether or not you can go through again, you're not sure, but you have proceeded forward. I'm sorry, I'm just you kind of literally took me through the bulk of this adventure. That was the main scene right there, and you can't let's fog cloud it and speed through it. Okay, well,
And Jorik is like, what? Oh,
I did provide you with that out, but it's kind of like, damn, you just foiled my plans.
You should know better, Deacon.
That's the first time you guys have actually completely shot through, which is pretty remarkable.
Got a budding captain here, so you know. I say you earned captain study points.
Well, just to kind of go over now that we've got a little bit of time here to find out, so you guys know more about what is on your ship, because now that they've gone through it, you kind of see what's there. The goods. It is currently loaded with about 15 tons of cargo. Just so you guys are aware of what is on there. There is blackwood planks. There is iron fittings and reinforced hull brackets for ships, new ships. Resin sealants and tar barrels, again, for new ships. That's worth about 2,500 gold pieces. There is ether-treated herbs, alchemical regions, and preserved medicinal bundles, all worth about 1,800 gold pieces. There is stuff from Whitemane they grabbed. There's actually complete jars of pearl dust. There are barrels of salted fish and preserved sea meats, a bunch of carvings, and everything about 1,200 gold pieces there. But there is about 6,000 gold pieces worth of cargo hidden in those cargo holds. 2 barrels of black powder. There are some unregistered navigational charts that are hidden away. There is a certain, like a box that is being kept aside. And then there's those 2 arcane crates that you found. So total value on the ship is about 11,000 gold pieces, minus the tariff structure as of right now that they just took off of you. So you guys are set to acquire at least some of that value. Maybe the remaining 9,000. You're looking at 219 gold per share. You guys get 2 shares. So yeah, you'll have about 400 gold once you get to the destination. So of what's on your ship right now. That was just a normal shipment of cargo that they picked up from Elderlock and from Whitemane. So going through, that's what they have in stock for you guys. So with that in mind, we're actually finished our episode. Wow, 22. You guys just completely foiled it. And I'm not ready for 23. Otherwise, I just continue. But no, I'm not ready yet. It's been one of those times. So for all those watching, I'm sorry, but they spoiled my fun. They took away my combat, and it was a big one. But there'll be more. There'll be more next episode. I just haven't prepared it completely yet. It's just been one of those. They know more than you guys watching know that I've been down and out for a bit, and that's why we've been missing certain episodes. Sometimes we're here and sometimes we're not. We're trying to bring that back, and I'm trying to get things back on track. So with our Tuesday and Thursday streaming and the occasional Saturday as well. So we've had some fun doing the stream the other day. We did one on Tuesday where we ended a storyline for Serena, Princess Serena of the island of Nympha, and Oswald, the combat chicken. We ended their storyline where they are married and staying on the island. Yeah, I can use it. Yeah, you're right, Goose. Thanks for putting it. I could use an easy night, which is good. So we did that, and they're going to be doing an online Discord roleplay wedding. I think they're going to do that on Tuesday, on Saturday. I think they're planning that for Saturday, and I'm going to put that up on the screen. I didn't do that this whole episode, so people can come check us out. Follow the link bio for our socials, and then of course the Discord link is in there as well. You can roll up a character, become part of the community, become actually part of the story, which is all what we're doing here. And yes, the new we'll be moving the Discord community roleplay to a place called Thalos Reach, which is an island, and there is a secret enclave on that island, a secret port that will be used as a trade haven and so on for certain goods moving forward. So who knows? There may be a spot for the Reaver to show up at some point and do a little role play with people in the community on the Discord. So that could be a little bit of fun as well. I know Tuesday coming up, we have another interesting one-off session, not DM'd by me. I'm actually going to be playing. I'm going to be on the playing side of things, and I can set up the live stream just like we do now. But Ken there will be our DM as we go in search of a couple of missing giant toads to find out what's going on. And it's just something for fun. We're just trying to tie up some loose ends with our Discord community as we wrap up the time we've spent in Kelpwood over the past year, which is a subtropical coastal swamp marsh region, which has been interesting. Everybody's adapted quite well, and we've got some pretty interesting characters. But now there has been an expedition and a job posted for people to get a fresh start in a fresh homeland and get their own homestead go. So they'll actually be property owners, or so they think. Anyway, it'll all be part. So yeah, that's where they're headed to. And instead of it being that, it's still going to be a Mediterranean style climate, but it's going to be like ancient Greece or the island of Crete type of situation. So it's going to be a little bit of fun there. We'll set that up, and that'll be all part of the Discord roleplay. And probably our mini adventures moving forward. There'll be several from the island because there is some old ruins there. There is lots of boss monsters there. There's an old abandoned mine there with a sleeping dragon at the very bottom of it. There are other dragons there though too, just not just one. But, yeah,
thank you.
It's gonna be fun for everybody. I think everybody's got Valor's coming. And Ken's got Kip coming.
Yeah.
Jenny, you've got your character in development, and I think you are going to be with Red on one of the properties. We haven't really gotten Ren back into the Discord roleplay as of yet. She's being stubborn and not wanting to come and play with us. We've been having a blast of it as of late, especially with Dave and with Hugh. They're keeping me busy, man. I'm going nonstop some days. I'm like, holy crap! When do they?
Well, I actually do an inclusive D&D session on Mondays for neurodivergent clients. So I kind of got my plate's a little full at the moment.
That's kind of cool. That'd be something you should stream.
Well, I mean, it's right now it's a private thing. They're not the most.
They're not comfortable enough for the
yeah.
It's something you should float out there though, because it's definitely something that would help others. Similar individuals. I think some of us are neurodivergent enough as it is. Yeah, well, exactly. We know where it's at, and there's no such thing. I don't know if you've ever seen it on CBC. They've got a show called The Assembly. It's 40 neurodivergent interviewers interviewing celebrities. They've done Arlene Dickinson. They've done the guy, the comic, the from India, the Indian comic. What's his name again? He really plays up the fact that he's from India.
Be a man.
What's that?
Be a man.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
Russell Peters.
Russell Peters, yes, that's it. Russell Peters, thank you. They did him, Howie Mandel, and they have rules put in place where there's no question that is off the table, and anything can happen. And they ask everything. Well, again, you've got 40 neurodivergent individuals. Some of them are non-speaking. They have to have it typed out or whatever, and things. And they will ask things like, "When was the first time you had sex?" and like stuff that for most people would be in your mind, but you just wouldn't think to ask a celebrity that because, well, they're a celebrity. No, they treat them like they're normal people, and all the celebrities have walked away saying the same thing. It's the best interview they've all ever had because it's honest and that's what people want to see. And I love the show. I just sit there. I don't know how many times I burst out in tears watching the damn thing as they're asking or explaining situations, and I'm like, this is what people need to see and hear. I mean, that's we've done a few things in the past with this where we've done that, and that's why we try to be inclusive. And I'm glad that one guy didn't stay. By the way, Ken.
Oh, really?
That one guy that came in and said he's all about D&D, he's exploring things and everything else, and he just didn't feel it was for us. He wanted a West Marches campaign. I looked at his profile, and his profile description says, "Yes, I'm a racist, and I'll stop being a racist when it stops being true and it stops being funny." Right after that, I'm like, "Yeah, you're not going to fit in well here." I'm not gonna be the jerk and say get out, but he got out on his own. I kind of made it very clear that we're inclusive and we're friendly, and they hate that word. They hate the word inclusive. As soon as you say that, they're like, "Ooh, you're one of those."
That's what it's about, including your friends in a fun adventure.
Yeah,
inclusive and diverse. That gets rid of most of the assholes.
Yeah, I think it was a cat, a bird, a snake.
I think during the assembly that Howie Mandel actually said it. He says, "Truth be told, every human being on the face of the earth is autistic. We are all on the scale somewhere. It's a scale for a reason. There's no such thing as normal. You are what you are. That's it." And I loved it when he said it, and I thought that was just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant that he came across him because, well, we already know he's got his, he's neurodivergent. He's got his own issues that he calls them demons. He's not accepting of his. I don't know if people have watched that, but it's his the germophobia and stuff. He hates it. Yeah, he hates all of it. And he said, if there was a way, anything that he could do to change it and to be normal, he would. And there are people like that, and people need to understand that's okay. So you don't have to be okay with your problems. I mean, it's your right to be who you are and feel the way you feel. So
yeah, Solvar, you're great just as you are.
Yep. That's why I love the group of people that we have here, and I love our community that we have online, because again, everybody is pretty well accepting of everybody else, and we don't have to be chasing the aggressors away from us, because we just kind of shower them with what we are, and we make them feel uncomfortable and they leave anyway.
The way that you're talking here, I just pictured we're all nothing but a bunch of Care Bears, where they light up their bellies and they send it out to the world.
Care Bear stare.
Send it.
I would love to be a Care Bear with a semi-automatic rifle.
Hey, that's a future one shot.
That's an idea.
Oh, no.
The care adventures.
No.
Because our holiday ones, the holiday adventures we were doing with the Frost Shield stuff, just is becoming very awkward. Because again, they were holiday themes. But we'll figure that out. We can, I think maybe a special Care Bear episode. I'd like to do a Care Bear role playing session, one shot, but we'll use my original campaign system, not D&D.
Oh, you have
the D12. We'll do my D12 system, and we'll bring in Care Bears as characters in the D12 system, and we'll do a night of role play fun. That would be hilarious, and a good way to get my D12 system out there. So I haven't really. It's available. It's online, but I don't really do much with it right now. So.
Oh, could you imagine a Cyberpunk Red campaign, but it's all like DEI stuff?
We can have some fun. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Bunch of woke assholes in Night City. That'd be hilarious.
Care Bears with guns and God tier. Yeah. Yeah. That's like the image that circulates with me online and some of my profiles is the
Jesus Christ.
the militant progressive.
Oh no.
With the Canadian with the hat on with the automatic rifle. I'm like, yeah, that's me. I'm ready to go. Wearing the rainbow coat and
You see what Goose put at the end there?
Stay with me here, my little.
No.
My cyber pony.
Someone who would watch
my
that.
cyber pony.
I know someone who would watch that. He is literally infatuated with, and he lives in the same building as Kiri does. He is absolutely obsessed with My Little Ponies.
Well, that'll bring him into our show.
That's hilarious. It's hilarious. So yeah, we're gonna episode 23 for next Thursday. Hope knock on wood. Next Thursday. I'm just gonna pull it up here just so I can kind of have a look where I'm at, because I know I'm not finished it yet. So it is the final episode in the Iron Current arc, because we were doing a 4-part arc. This was the third one, and episode 23 is the Sapphire Run. That's what that one's going to be. So I have to really work on that. I just got an outline for it for now. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing this week. Planning out this adventure. I don't have to do a mini adventure this week because Ken's got that covered. So I'm good. I can just focus on that. And then Saturday, of course, I got the kids I got to deal with. That's going to be fun. They're going to be really excited because I went and did this for them. They get to see.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Oh, there's the map. I can't really see it. It's disappearing.
You're fading out.
Yeah, I get.
It's taking your background.
There you go.
There, hold it like that. That's fine.
Yeah. So that's basically what they've got as a map of the island that they're on, which is in this world.
Neat.
And I can show this map, which you really can't see much of because it is. This is the world map where you guys are. And way over here where my finger is, there's a little tiny island right there. That's where the kids are.
Never.
Yeah, they are out where the vortex storms are.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All around them. So, yeah. But I thought it was about time that I did a full size, like a printout. It just goes to show how much area is not touched, so that other DMs and creators can go in there and start. Like that's a lot of this stuff has just happened over the time that we've been in the Discord. Different, like we started off with. What did we start with? Beemore, and then there was the Jade Forest, and then there was Pyramuriski Valley. So these little areas pop up, and then Middlelands, and all these things happen. And just like the Amber Dunes, where Hugh's character came from, that was just an area of desert that was on the map that I was looking at before going, I wonder what could be there. Well, that's what I put there. So I created something on the spur of the moment. So now there's an entire supplement out on the Amber Dunes, which is huge. And yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe some of the stuff I put out there. So, and then I just did Siliconia in detail, and that's literally has 6 books. So if you want supplements and that's like the Gear Forged, so it'll be like steampunk and D&D mixed, all on the island of Siliconia. So there's a whole system in there on how to create Gear Forged, and yeah, so that was fun. So that was a big build though, man. I was writing, and good thing I don't sleep. Probably won't be able to produce as much once I actually start getting sleep, so I won't be writing as much, or maybe what I do write will be more quality. I don't know.
You'll dream it up.
It's hard to say. Anyway, guys, sorry that you guys. Well, I'm sorry I didn't have more planned, but I thought
it was good.
I thought that would have been enough, but you guys scooted past the combat, all of it.
You don't want to lose our ship.
Yeah, we already got our shit rocked by the Taishihiro Empire.
Yeah, we haven't even repaired damage. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been. I mean, there was risk involved in that combat because you obviously got the bad guys who were trying to make you guys out to be the bad guys. So and then hopefully proving to the Onyx chain that those are the real bad guys before they take your ship out. So yeah, it would have been a little bit of a strange situation. So anyway, guys, I'm going to log out. I'm going to try and rest for the rest of the evening. Actually, I'm going to go watch Star Trek.
Good idea.
All right. Fun.
Yeah. New episodes tonight.
Yes.
All right, guys. We love everybody out there. Love you very much. Thank you for joining us. And again, the link is right there on the screen. Come and join us in the Discord. Come and say hello. Some people that are already in the chat right now have been watching. I know Lindsay's been out here watching us. In the live stream. So come and join us. Do up a character. Become part of the play. You actually do become part of the world. Your character is and will be remembered with the documents that we do and then we put out. So you will be part of the world, and you could become part of the play. Maybe not through Southern Expanse directly, but we do our one shots on a weekly basis, and we have bigger events coming up as well. Until then, guys, may all your rolls be critical, not just a 20, also the 1, because a 1 is just as much fun. Bye for now, guys, and we will see you next week.
Ciao.